How you doing, everybody? My name's Kevin, and I live in a van with my two dogs, Barrett and Bella. And we travel this country, bringing you footage along the way of the places we see here in the United States on YouTube. And today, we are in Oregon. We are once again at the movie location for some of the scenes in Twilight, and I'm way up high in rock climber territory. This place is a very popular spot, to say the least, for rock climbers. As you can see, we got chalk marks all over these rocks for rock climbers. This mountain goes way up there, as you can see, and I'm standing at almost the very top of it. Very top for a normal human being anyway. Down here are many movie locations. I decided to climb up here to do this intro for you guys to kind of give you an idea of the surrounding areas of what it looks like. Take a look. So right down there is where my van is parked, and there's Barrett and Bella. Right there is the tree that you've seen in the movie Twilight, where Edward's sitting in the tree. Right there. So let's climb down this mountain. We'll get down to the base floor and we'll show you guys from looking down where I'm at right now. Let's go. And just like that, we ran all the way down that hill. I'm walking around right now, and we're gonna show you guys that location. Take a look. All right, so here I am, standing all the way down. I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you where I was standing up there in rock climber territory. Very much an adventure part of this area is for rock climbers. Take a look. So that's where I was, way up there, standing next to that rock. And now, I'm way down here, and I'm out of breath because I sprinted down that hill, which wasn't very difficult, but still, at 45 years old, I'm getting a little old. But this location, you might remember. This exact tree I climbed in doing a live stream exactly from this spot right here. But what's iconic about this location is that there were many clips of that movie, Twilight, filmed in this location. I'm gonna go to the storyboard, which is out here, which I've done before in a past video. But for me, coming back to the locations that I find some of my favorites, especially here in Oregon, that sentimental value of me being here before and filming it for you guys and you seeing it before makes it extra special to me, because I get to sit here and reminisce of doing a live stream from right there, from climbing into that tree, for talking to you guys during that live stream, sitting right at this location. I sat right here, had my laptop right there, and I was facing that direction. So once again, I'm gonna walk down to this storyboard. I'm gonna show you a clip of the storyboard and then bring you back to these locations that you might recognize in the film Twilight. Let's take a look. So where we are at is at the Stone Cliff Inn. I'll flip the camera around and show you guys that this is the Stone Cliff Inn, and it's a restaurant and it's also an inn from what I understand. And there was no movie location shot inside there, but there were movie locations that were shot all in this forest. And here's a cool little storyboard. It tells me that the unveiling is left to here. That I thought you didn't like me is straight ahead. The lion and the lamb is over there. Your strength doesn't scare me, and jumping around is both over here. So I know that I've shown you guys this before, but for the new viewers and also for the viewers that have seen the past video of me being here, I'm going to walk you to those locations again, as many as I can that I can remember, and kind of take a trip back in time from my last video. But for you Twilighters, take a trip back in time to when you loved that movie and be able to see what exactly these locations look like in real life. So if you remember Edward being in a tree looking down in Bella, that's right there. You would think that that tree, which is now right here, was way high up in the air. But the power of editing and movies, you could see that it's here close to the ground. Take a look. So there's the tree. And this was the angle that Hollywood did for that tree in that location. It was either here or somewhere around here. But as you can see, it's right against the ground. Edward only had to climb 4 feet to get onto that branch to look down on Bella. So there's the location of that branch and that tree. Hopefully you guys can revisit it in the movie and say, you were here with the Nomok standing next to this location. The next location, there's a sign right there. Why don't we take a look? So go ahead and read this to yourself. You can pause the video here to read this, but this is where Edward rips off the tree limb. And I believe it was right there. And that location is right here. Let me back away to show you what that looks like. And it's just to the right of the tree location. It's right there. So very cool. So at that location sitting here right behind me, the next location is right there. I'm going to walk up there. We're going to look at that storyboard and see what that location's all about. So this location is where he had said, because you believe the lie, the camouflage, the world's most dangerous predator. That part of the rock looks like a gigantic fist paint. There it is, right there. So I don't remember this part of the movie. I haven't seen it in a little while, but that's that location. Okay, so with this now behind me, I'm gonna walk all the way back that direction, go into the parking lot and kind of swerve around to show you more storyboards. Come with me. Just to give you a reference, there's the tree, there's the parking lot. I'm parked right behind those trees. The next movie locations are around the corner. Okay, so here we are here at this rock with another storyboard on it. Now when I was over there, there was like 5 locations of filming that we saw on a storyboard just like this one. I was only able to find 2 or 3. The other 2, I walked around over there and I didn't see any. But let's flip the camera around for me so we can read this one. And this is the part where he opens his shirt standing nearby the shade of some trees, watches her cautiously. She takes a step forward towards him, but he holds up a hand and she waits. Finally, he takes a deep breath and steps out of the shade. And I think this is where he sparkles. But that would be this shade here. So it was looking back in this direction. So that location's right here. And to give you a visual of what it would look like for the people who were filming it, I'm gonna walk this way a little bit, flip the camera back around and show you that it's just sitting right next to a parking lot. So there it is, sitting right next to a parking lot. For me, it's kind of cool to see places in movies that you have in your imagination what the surrounding areas are like, but when you can see it from a person like me who brings you this stuff on my channel, the real locations of something like that is in the parking lot of a restaurant. Who would have thought? Very cool, huh? I'm gonna walk up here and kind of film around here a little bit just to give you guys a surrounding area. Then we're gonna close this video out and say hello to the dogs before we go. So take a look. All right, let's head back down to the van, open the van door up, let you see the dogs, and we'll say goodbye for today's video. Why don't you come with me? There's Barrett. Want to say hello to everybody, Barrett? And then there's sweet Bella. Doesn't she have a pretty face? Doesn't she have a pretty face? All right, stay there. So guys, thank you for being here. I enjoyed revisiting this spot and I enjoyed bringing you guys along with me. For me, many of the locations that I've gone to, many of the locations that I've went back to, they have the same feeling for me when it comes to this euphoric feeling, being a nomad and traveling in this country. And it's all because of you guys, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for all your support here on the Nomad Experience. I almost forgot my own channel name. We're gonna close this video out at the location where I did a live stream last time. I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys there, so let's walk. All right, guys, thanks again for being here. I really appreciate it. I climbed in that tree before. I'm not climbing in that tree this time because I've already done it once and we're gonna leave it at that. But thank you so much for your support and for being here. Stay tuned for future videos. We're back to editing videos multiple times a week, like I said in my last video, because we have the power to do it with solar now and 100 amp hours of lithium iron phosphate batteries. That video of my build out is soon to come, and there's going to be a link to another channel who has a video of both my build outs, Mike and Grace. That's right, from California travel video. So stay tuned for that video with those links in it. I really appreciate you guys being here, and we'll see you on the next one.
Gravel road, I've been asked to slow down. Fireplace, do you